Welcome to our introduction to mass apply receivables for Acumatica. You may know that mass apply receivables is a very popular product for people who ran Microsoft Dynamics GP, and we have found that the same need exists within Acumatica as well. For people that deal with a large number of invoices in which hunting and searching for documents to be applied can be an issue and painful. So what we have here is our mass apply receivables screen. When you log into Acumatica, you would be able to have this on your menu. And we're going to cover first importing specific apply information from a file for numerous vendors, applications of payments or returns or credit memos. And then we'll show how we process those. And after we get done showing the import specific and processing of specific apply, then we'll show our auto apply functionality as well. So for some people, they need to have it be specific one-to-many. So we're going to walk through that particular way that would work. So our import screen, you'll be able to choose the file. So in this case, if we come down here and find this file right here, we'll click upload. We'll notice that our file matches the column headers. At this point, we can create these applications and preview them. So we're going to go ahead and create the applications. And next, if we go to the processing screen where these specific applies will be processed, we can see that our preview automatically pops up as to whether or not the amounts that we've attempted are able to be processed. So in this case, we don't have any variances. We can go ahead and process this. But if this was a really long file, you might want to export it out to Excel, put a couple of totals at the bottom to verify that the actual applies that are occurring during our preview processing are the same so that we don't have any variances. You can also quickly put a variance column in Excel if you needed to find out which one was the variance. All right, at this point, we can go ahead and click process and all of these applies will be finalized. So I'm going to go ahead and click process here. And now if we go and look at some of those documents, we'll be able to see that the details, the customer details there it is. And we're going to look at, so we're going to look at first a bartender and AA customer. We look at AA customer here. We've got payment 3190 has been fully applied against our two invoices here, 8997 and 8998. So if we go here and say show all, so we've got all of the invoices here. They've all had the applies applied on this particular payment. And if we go to our receivables, release AR documents, we'll see that each of those imported has created this AR documents release all. And this is what actually, this is something you could have scheduled at night to be able to run with the Acumatica scheduler. You could set up an automation schedule here to have these released. And when I do that, if we go back to the customer details and refresh this guy, we'll see now that our payment has, for this first payment, has a balance left on it of 1,000. And if we drill down on that payment, we'll see the application history here for all those same invoices. Each of these invoices would have a balance of 0 with the exception of the one that had a partial apply. So that's one way that we can handle processing of items by importing specific import information in. An alternative to importing specific apply information is to mass auto apply for receivables. When we do that, we come into this screen, the mass apply RM screen, and we can select a range of customers. I will go ahead and run all the customers in the demo company here. And then we're going to give it a date range. Now, if we just wanted to do everything, we could put it back to a really old date, which I'm going to do here, up through today's date, and we can do a preview. Now, if we want to track for parent-child applications, we can do that as well. I'm just going to do the simple demo here of previewing. And what it's doing is it's going out and it's previewing what the mass apply processing is going to do. So you can see here it's trying to apply, and then it's saying what it's going to actually apply on all of these documents. You can see we've got a payment here, 3197, that's being applied against multiple invoices here. Once we take this to Excel maybe and do some reviews in Excel, or you might just scan through here, but this could be potentially very big. If you have a lot of invoices, a lot of unapplied payments or credit memos or returns, this could pick up quite a bit of those when we go to do our processing. The next step, once we've done the preview and we're ready for the processing, we can then click this process button. When I click this process button, then all of our open receivables will be auto applied oldest to newest as we do this particular process. All right, so now that we've done that, we want to go to our processes to release AR documents. And you'll see all of those payment applies have been created. So the apply records or relationships have been created, and we need to have all of these released. Most of our clients would probably set up a scheduled routine so that every night or every hour, all of those applies that have been generated are released automatically with an automation schedule. So I'm going to go ahead and release all there. And then we'll see there's a few that still have some amounts remaining under, they weren't fully applied or they weren't able to be fully applied. So they're going to continue to have some amount necessary there. All right, that concludes our introduction to mass apply receivables for Acumatica. This is David Eichner with ICANN Software Solutions, and check out our website, icancloudapps.com.